Denver real estate is hot right now, and Central Park is no different. It's really hard to win a bidding war. So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to win a bidding war in Central Park. Hey, I'm Joe Phillips with Focus Real Estate and Central Park Scoop. I live in Central Park. This is the neighborhood I focus on. I get to see a lot of listings that we do in Central Park, and I get to see a lot of the offers that come in from buyers, which is really helpful because I get to steal little things, all the best ideas from all the people to make the best offers I can when I represent the buyer to hopefully get the property that we're after without overpaying, trying to focus on other ways to make the offer attractive. So in this video, I'm just going to go through the top 10 things that can help you make your offer attractive to sellers. Okay, so suggestion number 1, make a solid opening offer, probably slightly above the asking price. Every time we represent a buyer and we're making an offer on a home, we're going to look at the comparable sales and try to figure out, where the value is for that house and if their asking price is appropriate. But most of the time in this market, you come in just a little bit over the asking price to show you're really serious. And then you can add in what's called an escalation clause. And that just says you're going to beat any other offer that's competing by, say, $2,000 up to X amount, whatever you set that ceiling amount as. So if you decide $830 is the most you'd want to pay for this property, well, maybe $810 is your opening price offer, but you say I'll beat any other offer by $2,000 up to that max of $830, where you automatically kind of bow out of that competition. So that's kind of the opening price, and that's very important. Second thing I suggest is give sellers the timing that they need. You're trying to make this work for them without just focusing on paying the highest price. If they need to live in the home, say 3 weeks after the closing to transfer into their new house, we'll give them that lease back to stay and make the timing really convenient for them. You might even consider giving them a free rent back for that 3 weeks. That 3 free weeks of rent, that might be worth like $3,000 to you in holding costs that you now have to pay, but they might view that as like something way more valuable than $3,000. And if the next guy didn't give them that timing or give them that free rent back, that might give you the advantage to win the deal. Third one I have here is have your financing as strong as possible. So when you make your offer, put down the biggest down payment you can in the offer that shows that you're serious and financially strong. And then take your loan with the lender as far as you can in the loan process. You can actually take these things all the way to the point where you're approved. You just have to have the house and get the new house appraised. And there'll be a few other little things you got to do, but really you're kind of almost done. So when I get in 3 offers on a listing and 2 of them look like they barely called a loan officer at this point, and the third one did all of their homework and they've already checked their credit, they've already verified their income and their assets, the lender calls me and tells me how much they did and how great they are, like you're going to give the deal to that one because that's the highest likelihood that you're going to close on time. All right, before I jump into number 4 here, I'm just going to ask you to subscribe to our channel. I think it's on the bottom right of the screen. Just tap that and then there'll be a little bell. Please tap the bell. That way you'll get notified next time we make a video. So please do that if you're finding value in this. 4th tip is don't have a house to sell. Home sale contingencies are really tough, and that's when the buyer makes the offer, but it says, yeah, to buy your home though, I also have to go sell this home. A lot of sellers don't really want to work with a buyer like that right now because those buyers have an increased risk of the deal falling through for some reason, maybe even beyond their control. So again, if we get in multiple offers on a property, the ones that have that home sale contingency, they kind of go to the back of the line and they don't get as much attention. So we can always help you through that process and help you understand how to make an offer on the next house. If you do have a house you have to deal with, our contact info is below. So I won't get into that. That's really case by case, but reach out to us. We can help with that. Number 5, provide an appraisal gap clause. And this just says, okay, we're offering $800,000 on the property, but as long as it appraises for $780 or more, we won't raise any issues if it comes in above that 780 point. So you're still protected. If it comes in at 760 and you're paying 800, you still have that ability to back out. But you're saying if it's 780 or higher, don't worry about it, seller. We'll bear that risk and we'll move forward even if it does appraise low. That one really makes sellers feel good, and we see that on a lot of deals lately. All right, we're on to item number 6, suggestion number 6 to get your offer accepted. And This one is limit your inspections clause. So you're saying, hey, seller, I'm still going to inspect the property. I still have the ability to back out if I find something I don't like. But you're limiting the things that you're going to ask the seller for to health, safety, or structural items. So big stuff. You know, if the roof has a problem, the sewer line has a major problem, if there's radon, or if the furnace has a gas leak, all those things you still get to ask for. But you're basically just conveying to the seller, I'm not going to ask you to fix the scratches on the hardwood floor or that ding in the cabinet. All that little stuff, don't even worry about. That's really big. Sellers want to see that one these days. Item number 7, and I don't see a lot of people doing this one, make some portion of your earnest money non-refundable after you get past inspections. So you get the house under contract, your earnest money's still refundable at that point. You have a lot of ways you could back out that are in the contract. But you're saying once we get past inspections, we know we like the house now that we've taken the time to inspect it. Now, say for example, half of that $10,000 earnest money, so $5,000, is now non-refundable at that point going forward. So if we back out as a buyer for any reason, we're going to lose that $5,000 to the seller. So clearly this is very important, it's very serious. If you have doubts about any of the things that might come later, like your loan or something like that, you don't want to risk this $5,000. You will lose it if you back out for any reason at that point. But if you're very confident in your financing, you feel very secure about this purchase, that may be a card you can play that'll put you ahead of a lot of your competition that's not going to do that. Number 8 would be communicate well with the listing agent who's selling the property. Now this isn't going to be you as the buyer, but your buyer's agent should communicate well with the listing agent. When they send over that offer, outline all the key highlights that you're doing for them that maybe another offer won't highlight. Just make it very easy and clear. Communicate with the listing agent and see what's important to them and try and just massage the contract to give them exactly what they're looking for. I know when I'm selling a house, if an agent is very diligent and calls and does all this homework to try and make it work for the seller, I feel really confident with them. And then I get another offer from somebody I didn't even know was interested. They never even call, they don't text. I just get an offer in the inbox. It doesn't have what the seller wanted, it's just kind of whatever they thought we would want. That's really a disadvantage for them. So communicate clearly with the listing agent. Number 9, in Central Park we have a transfer fee. It's typically $1,000 to $2,000. Depends on the purchase price. And there's a lot of HOA related fees that are a couple $100. Pay those as the buyer. If you're paying those things and the other buyers aren't that are making offers, again, you're going to give yourself an advantage. And I think if you pay that fee and show you're kind of doing everything you can, maybe it's $2,000. I think that's $2,000 better spent than just an extra $2,000 over here on your purchase price that they may not value that much, even though it's the same thing to them. This just conveys you're doing everything you can. Number 10. Lower your buyer's agent fee to increase the seller's net proceeds. So the seller pays both agents on the deal. That's how transactions work customarily in Colorado. So as the buyer's agent, if the seller is offering, say, 2.8%, and the buyer's agent says, hey, I'm willing to accept 2.5%, that difference will increase the seller's net proceeds, what the seller walks away with, a couple $1,000s on a nice house, a big house in Central Park. That's real money that gives you a little advantage over the other agents that might not offer that piece of their commission. At Focus on resale homes, we're willing to offer anything above 2.5% to either make the buyer's offer more attractive, or we'll just rebate that difference back to the buyer if it's over 2.5%. All right, that was 10 tips to get your offer accepted and hopefully win a bidding war in Central Park. So I hope you found some value in that. Again, please subscribe and tap the bell so you're notified next time we put out other videos. But if you're ready to jump in, our contact information is below. We'd love to help you with your home search. I have one more bonus tip. I didn't pitch this earlier, I should have told you, but bonus tip, tip number 11, don't get in a bidding war to start with. So what I mean by that, there's new build homes you can go buy. So if you're just tired of the resale, crazy bidding war, losing out on deals, or emotional buyers going too high on their price, maybe a new build is the best fit for you. There's a bunch of builders in the neighborhood in all different price ranges. We do that too. We would love to help you. If you have a buyer's agent on a new build, it doesn't cost you a nickel more than if you don't have a buyer's agent. So you might as well have somebody on your side. Again, our contact info is below. Thanks for checking out the video.